Hi, how are you?
It's nice to see you today.
Thank you.
I'm so glad that I was able to go ahead and get you in as soon as your schedule would allow.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Me too.
Yeah. I just wanted to let you know that we had that refreshment bar out in the front. Were you able to take advantage of that when you
Oh,
were
yes,
out
ma'am. I did. Thank you.
there? Alrighty. And then I just wanted to also ask you. I just want you to be comfortable when you're in our meetings. So I'll just be asking you a few questions, and We'll just be talking about different issues pertaining to just getting to know each other.
Okay, great.
Before we get started, I'd like to ask you. Well, I noticed that you brought your paperwork
Yes,
with
ma'am,
you.
I did.
Do you have that all filled out?
Yes, I do. I think I got it all taken care of.
Alrighty. Did you have any questions?
No, ma'am. I think I'm good.
Alright. Well, looks like everything is good here. Well, it looks like you're not originally from this area.
No, ma'am.
You're from South Florida.
Yes, ma'am.
What brought you to this area?
Well, I came for school and then I stayed.
Well, that's cool. And I see that you're a dental hygienist.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Well, that's awesome. So, with that being said, you probably are familiar with the confidentiality issues.
Yes, ma'am, I am.
And so, with that, I need to talk to you about that for just a few minutes because that's a very important issue. It's very important for us to keep what you say here.
Okay.
So anything we talk about, you don't have to worry about it going outside these walls because of the confidentiality statement that was inside your packet
Okay.
and everything. So, but there are a few reasons that I would not be able to keep confidentiality.
Oh, okay.
And for legal purposes and to protect you. So if you were to share with me something that made me think that you had suicidal tendencies,
Okay.
then I would have to break your confidentiality.
Oh, okay.
Also, if you share some information with me that made me think that you were going to harm someone else, maybe a child or an elder, then I would have to break our confidentiality.
Oh, okay. Of
Okay?
course, yes.
Okay, so do you have any questions about confidentiality?
No, ma'am, I don't think so. What about who's going to have access? Are you going to be like taking notes of what I say, and who else is going to be able to see that?
Okay, so that's a great question because yes, you see that I have a clipboard and that I'll be jotting some things down, and that's just for me. That's so that I can gather the information and after I do that, I'll do your assessment, and then that'll help me know you better because I'll make little notes.
Okay.
And then you ask about who else would see, and because I am a graduate student, my professor and supervisor will be privy to the information.
Okay.
Also, I wanted to make you aware that we are recording, and I just wanted to make sure that was okay.
Oh, yes, ma'am, that's fine.
Alrighty. So, pertaining to my professor being able to see and what I'm talking about, that's just so that he can better assess me. I can better critique myself and do a better job moving forward.
Oh,
and
okay.
also, it helps me to treatment plan because I may say something or that I could have said differently, or you may say something that the professor caught and may be able to use to help me better help you with the issues that you presented for.
Okay, that sounds good.
Alrighty. So I see here in my notes that I took before, just knowing from what we talked about on the phone, and from your general practitioner, Dr. Davis, referred you in because she wanted to know a little bit more information about the symptoms you are experiencing.
Yes.
She had asked that about your anxiety, and Is that what your understanding?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We had a discussion when I was at my last appointment, and she thought it would be helpful for me to come in and see you.
Okay, well, that sounds like you're about ready to get started.
Yes, ma'am. I'm thankful that you were able to get me in. I really appreciate it.
Well, I'd like to start by having you talk a little bit about yourself.
Okay.
And I'll probably ask a lot of questions to start with about your symptoms, about what's going on around the circumstances. Does that sound okay with you?
Yes, ma'am. That's
Okay.
fine.
Well, great. Well, there's one last thing I'd like to discuss in this meeting, and that is the issue of time.
Okay.
So if you'll notice, we got started today at 7 o'clock.
Yes,
Well,
ma'am.
your visits with me, your time, your sessions, as it will be 50 minutes.
Okay.
So we started at 7, so at 7:50 we'll end.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Thank you. I appreciate you
You're
telling me that.
welcome. And I appreciate your company.